Read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as.
Yeah, I would visualize.
This is when you were broke and poor.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. Drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million.
Yo, what is up, you guys? What is up, you guys? Hope you're all having a happy Tuesday. Welcome to another episode of Enki's Canacult. I am your venerable host, Alchemist Ganjier. Yo, Dustin, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Yo, man, guys. What a weekend that we've had. I don't even know where to start, really. But today we have got some awesome things to look at. We're going to be reviewing some flour by none other than Mr. Mud. We finally got our 420 mystery box, which is like, I'm actually kind of excited for it now, because it's like she a little thick. She a little thick. I want y'all to look at that. You see that? See how there's like a bump on the box? None of the boxes have had this bump. It's like it's coming apart at the seams. Like, so I feel like I'm not the only person who was ticked off in general by like the whole mystery box like being as late as it was, because it's like a week and a half after 420. Now, granted, to be perfectly fair, I'm pretty sure it arrived on Saturday, so it was only like a week after 420. But still. I'm kind of excited nonetheless because this is like it's got some weight to it. Now, granted, all of the boxes I've gotten have been they've none of them have felt flimsy. Like, oh, there's some bull crap in there. Yeah, what's up, Mary? But this one actually feels substantial, so I do have my hopes up a little bit. I'd had this guy here just as a little reminder of what our first box looked like, and while there were some cool things in that first box, I'll say, although I'm not gonna front, I don't even fully remember what all was in the first box. I just remember it was generally kind of underwhelmed by the whole thing, but the boxes have been been pretty good. Nothing really surpasses January so far, but I got a good feeling about this one. Jen, you said mystery box from where? This is from Canabox. This is a mystery box from Canabox. Now, I will say Canabox presently isn't exactly on my good child list or good Cana business list. I've had a number of issues with them. This is likely going to be my last month ordering from them. I really wanted to see it through to 420. Their customer service has been really lacking, mostly because originally the box was purchased as through a guest account as a gift for me, because the person getting it didn't think that they didn't see themselves having an account with a cannabis mystery box type thing. And they also signed up for the monthly subscription kind of accidentally. So when we got the second month's box, we were both kind of oh, what? And went through the customer service process to try and access to the account to kind of see what's up, because while the initial second box was not necessarily wanted, it was what was in the box was actually pretty neat. It was the January box. It's what had the Eiffel Tower in it. So I was all about what was in it. I was you know what? Let's do this for a couple of months. Meanwhile, let's work on the customer service with them, send them an email, try to get access to the account, because that was the big initial issue. Having a guest account, but having it be a renewing membership or subscription, that there wasn't a real means of accessing the subscription account to make any modifications to it. So we've been trying to email with them for the last 4 months to try and gain access to the actual account, and so far all we've got back is automated emails. So we're sending them one last email this week essentially, and after that, we're going to be basically sending a stop payment order to the bank so that they can't charge us for any future boxes. Because this part is kind of ridiculous that over the months we have not been able to get in touch with the customer service at all. Now, granted, we have primarily been operating through their website's means of communication. They told us, send them an email, reach out to this number. We've done both. We haven't gone so far as trying to hound them on social media or anything like that. But to be perfectly honest, I don't even feel wasting the time of trying to hunt them down on social media. I'm going through the proper business channels, and yeah, so the products have been fairly decent. The only box that I was really disappointed with was ironically, I don't know if it's ironic, but the first box, the one that we intended to order. What's up, Roger? What's up, Rob? Jen, you said you like the mystery boxes from Stoner Wishlist. I have heard of Stoner Wishlist. I have also heard some good things about them. So I maybe want to check it out. Although after this most recent bout, it might be a little while before we do another mystery box. But who knows? Who knows? Because like I say, if this box really blows me away, it may not stop me from canceling the subscription. It might, however, incentivize me to try valiantly one last time to reach out to them and hopefully get this whole account thing sorted out amicably, and then maybe and if that happens, then maybe in the future we would consider doing something with them, and and if not, then maybe Stoner Wishlist. Hemper. I've heard Hemper was really good too. Although not gonna lie, when the last time I went to order a Hemper box, like to do their mystery box. I looked at the past few months leading up to the one I was going to order, like to start into, and I was not feeling any of them. So I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where like if you do the mystery box, you kind of have to like just get on board with the mystery, because they're like if you could like peek at any mystery box before you got it to be like, do I want it or not? I feel like there'd be a few boxes that I would have sent back that I probably wouldn't have wanted to do that, because I've gotten a couple of really clutch tools, such as the Smoke in the Wind. Anyone who was at the Virginia Spring Festival this past weekend, my Smoke in the Wind came in one of these boxes. So that's also something to know. Like, despite the issues I've had with Canabox, I generally like it's not all negative. But with that being said, why don't we go ahead and crack into this mystery box as I continue to regale you with the ongoings of this weekend. All right, so all right, got the crack open. Oh, y'all ready for this? All right, so we're going ahead. Oh, okay. Wakey, eggs and bakey type attitude. Yeah, like, I feel like that's what that is. All right, so. Okay. So yeah. You know, wake and bake. All right, very, very simple. I'm actually kind of digging it. I don't mind white shirts. But yeah, this is all right. All right. I give it to you. There have been some other ones that have definitely been a lot better. I think my favorite one so far was the February box shirt, which was the Slow Roller. In fact, I got it around here somewhere, because I was actually just wearing it. No, I took it out of the room. But yeah, it's got a little snail on it, and it's kind of funny, I guess, because I'm also, what? Bro. I'm sorry, I just looked into the box, y'all. I just looked in the box. I really hope this isn't what I think it is, because if it is what I think it is, yo, I'm big mad. Bro. They legitimately put a box of Fruit Loops in here. Y'all hear that? This ain't no for play. This is legitimately Kellogg's Fruit Loops that they put in here. Y'all, now I know some of you guys are going to be like, it's not that big of a deal. I want you to look at something right here, okay? I want you to look at something. Oops, sorry. That says contains wheat ingredients. It probably didn't zoom in, but that's okay. Contains wheat ingredients. I am severely gluten intolerant. I can't have this. I can't have this at all. Like, this is garbage. Like, get that out of here. Like, are you serious? Like, yo. All right, what's next? What's next in this disrespectful box so far? Because that shirt was like, it was all right? Because like it's not for me. It's not all about the shirts. That one time I got the Wiz Khalifa box and it was nothing but clothing. Yo, message that my. Hey, what's up, you guys? There was probably a bit of a break for all of y'all. I just got a message that the internet had like very briefly cut out or something. So hopefully nothing too much was missed. We was getting ready to talk about this button, and the last thing we talked about was that bullcrap like cereal. So everyone good? Just shoot a comment if anything is messed up or anything like that. But yeah, so there's a button, right? There's a button, and the button says, "Sorry, we're stoned. Back after a quick sesh." Oh, great. Come on, zoom in on me. Of course it's gonna do it. Of course it's gonna do that to me. Now I don't really get this. I feel like this is like a door hang or something like this, or maybe a magnet. Don't worry guys, we are gonna fix this stupid video thing. I don't know why I tried to force this home. Oh, you had to switch to YouTube? Oh, snap. So basically Facebook just disconnected. That's great. That's just great. Yeah, gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. There we go. Gee whiz. All right, I had to fix the focus there. Yeah, guys, my computer's being a butt. Hopefully everyone is Gucci. I think what happened is that my whole feed got cut out for a second, and then so like if you were watching on Facebook, you're probably good there. But I mean, hey, you're welcome on YouTube as well. Help my algorithm out. Now this button here, I don't really get it. Because if I wear this on my shirt, like, are you telling me that, like, I'm telling you that like I'm actively gone, like, right now? Like, is this, like, I feel like this is something I would, like, hang somewhere. Maybe I'm being overly critical. I might be being overly critical about this, but, like, I feel like this is a weird thing to, like, send as a gift, unless, like, someone's really into buttons. Like, buttons is kind of like a 70s, 80s thing. But, you know, whatever. I'm not going to throw this one. Like, it's like end up stepping on it later and stab my foot. But, yeah, we're just going to delicately set it off to the side here. Oh. So this might... Oh, okay. We're going to just keep trucking through this. I'm not going to stop making judgments before I pull the stuff out of the box. But here's something in here that I think I know why this was such a heavy box now. So... they included a raw glass ashtray. Like, okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this baby up, see if there's anything else. Oh, okay. Okay, the raw classic pack ashtray, beautifully designed with a deep ash cavity for those who really smoke. Easy to clean with dish soap, and it's dishwasher safe, but run on the delicate cycle just to be safe. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this thing out. Alright, so yeah, nothing else in there. And boom. Ah, okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And this isn't like I ain't real mad at this. I mean, granted, this is not something that I necessarily personally in my own home have a huge use for, because I don't really like smoke joints a whole lot in the house. I mean, as clean as it is, I could probably easily use it as like a little sort tray, or like a little like a tray for like a small table, you know, something like that. Or maybe I don't know, maybe I can find someone who will make a good use of this. You know, we shall see. We shall see. I have a growing bag of like cannabis, like swag, memorabilia, paraphernalia stuff to like give away at some point. And you know, some of these mystery box items like may very well find their way in there. And like I'm putting stuff. If anything, I feel like it's just trash, I'm gonna throw it away. I'm not that type. But if I feel like it could have some value to somebody, you know, like, then I'll put it in there. In fact, I was going to be giving away a lot of the stuff at the Virginia Spring Festival, but my simple tail left it at home. So that just means it's going to grow bigger for the next like big event that I partake it to. But yeah, so ashtray's kind of dope. You know what? Maybe, you know, like, okay. So up to this point, I've been using this lovely bong shaped ashtray, courtesy of Inside Out. Love it. Actually, wait, is it Inside Out? I'm gonna say Inside Out, although low key, I don't remember if I got that from Inside Out for real. Although they do, like, even if I didn't get from Inside Out, they have really great cannabis accessories, all types of stuff. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and park that ashtray over. We'll use it tonight. I mean, not like, you know, like any, like, ashtrays are ashtrays as far as I'm concerned. Like, and well, it's until you put a cigarette out in it. That's a different ashtray than that. I know it's weird, but like, I guess because like having ashtrays in the house, like I'm never going to smoke a cigarette in the house. So yeah, whatever. I'm rambling. Moving on. Oh, okay. I see the glass piece, but you know, there's a couple of other items in here. Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting. So this next piece we have is high and dry mouth-watering lozenges. So this is a dry mouth ring lozenges. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, immediate and lasting relief. Doctor and dentist recommended gluten and sugar free. Bro, like, yeah, like gluten free, great, sure, whatever. I mean, it's a lozenge. I don't expect there to be gluten in it, but you know what I do expect there to be in there? Like, not something else that I'm like allergic to. Like, and granted, I wouldn't say allergic, but like I have a poor response to artificial sweeteners. Like it like if I consume too much of it at any one point, and that could be as much as just drinking like a diet soda, like I'll feel really, really nauseous by the end of it. And the way I figured this out was like chewing a bunch of like, you know, sugar-free gum like one day and getting really sick from that stuff. And sorbitol, yep, sorbitol, that's the one that I am very sensitive to. So yeah, this but I'll read some of it. I just won't use it. Mouth-watering lozenges are made with a proprietary blend of natural herbs and spices that activate the mouth's salivary glands, providing immediate and lasting relief from dry mouth symptoms associated with the use of cannabis and many medications. Oh, okay, so they're trying to you know, hit a bunch of markets. Now it says here, and in a little box that's kind of faded, THC temporarily shuts down the lines of communication between the body's nervous system and the mouth's submandibular glands, responsible for producing 70% of saliva in the mouth. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, you know, now artificial sweeteners, like I said, like they do bother me, but if I had just one, that wouldn't bother me too much. So we will try this out tonight. We will try this out. If we get dry mouth, I will absolutely break one open for you guys. Now, before we move on to the next couple of pieces, I do want to pause, give a little quick shout out to Mary Perry. These are the same chocolate mints from the last webcast that I got, but you know, like I love them so much that we're giving them a second shout out. Yeah, cheers, you guys. Well, we'll eat another one in a bit, but I do love theirs. Yeah, what up, Mark? Oh, good. So Facebook is back up. Good. All right. So we also got. Let's see. Ooh. So we have Field Trip. Sunny rolling papers. 12 leaves, 12 tips. And it's, oh, don't panic, it's organic. This is interesting. This is interesting. The whole, like, school bus thing and saying field trip. I mean, maybe there's another, like, a connotation there that I'm missing, but considering that there are a lot of products these days that are marketed to kids, I feel like this is kind of like a little, I think it's a little too soon to make, like, if it's like a tongue-in-cheek joke, like, oh, hey, you know how, like, they market so much stuff to kids? Well, here's something that's, like, marketed to kids that kids would never, like, use, you know, like papers. Like, no kid's gonna, like, eat some papers and then get high, you know? So I feel like there's something a little cheeky about this, but at the same time, the fact that we still have so many, I mean, candy in general should not be marketed to kids. Candy is not an item children should be consuming, but that's not what this is about. There's just a lot of weird vibes around, like, stuff that's kind of taboo, like, ish, like in kids. Like, I mean, you don't market, you know, any other things that are adults only, like, to kids. So this type of stuff, like I wouldn't buy a beer that had Bluey on it, you know, like I wouldn't buy vodka that like there was like school bus vodka, like or like, you know, so I don't know. It's like, I feel a little odd about this. Like I'll try the papers out. I'll definitely roll up because they could be bomb. But it'll probably be like me, like rolling up a paper to go for a walk around the block rather than like rolling it in a group of people showing it off so much. But you know, no, we'll see. Oh, okay. So, and now we are finally, we are at the theme, for these. Would you say Rock Farm? Are they the papers that have wildflower seeds? That would make sense. Yes. I actually do have some papers and tips. I have tips that have wildflower seeds in them, tucked in the back somewhere, and that would be like, and they are very dope. These, I don't believe so. I really don't believe so. It doesn't say anywhere on here. Let's see. Yeah, organic vegetable inks, and organic Arabic gum. So this is like those those papers that are all like colorful fruity papers for like the people that like to have their joints have like spirals and designs on it while they're smoking it. Like that's what like these are. Like in fact here I'm sorry I didn't even show you guys the inside of what it looks like, but yeah, that's so I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Now for the theme of this box before we actually open up the piece in question, and that is, you know, Bud's Diner. You know, breakfast and Bud. So yeah, Bud's Diner. Okay, so they're going for a deliberately old school like look and feel, which explains the fact that they got like, you know, basically like what looks to be a cigarette ashtray, like a hardcore cigarette ashtray. Right, the eggs and bacon shirt. Okay. I guess lozenges were a lot bigger or came out back then. Okay, so there's also something about this that might be viewed like if you look at that eye, like that flower that's also an eye in the middle, you could like say maybe Yellow Submarine, maybe, or if it's maybe just a throwback to like for like this box is for a lot of the old heads who are like, hey, remember when you started smoking weed when you were like 11 or whatever? Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of ink. It's hella ink. All right, so we also got the sticker for this month. You know, the can of box is open. Like, all right, I get you. Now, for the actual piece in question, I gotta say, this feels light and flimsy. Oh no. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what this is. I think this might be a dry piece. I have not been a fan of their dry pieces, and granted, I've only been one dry piece. There's only been one dry piece, and that's been that gingerbread man. But that's also why that gingerbread man's sitting out to remind me how much I dislike their dry pieces. All right. So for this, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and what the yo, bro, I just got. Oh man, I think I gotta eat some words, cause this could be actually pretty dope. Hold up, where are these scissors at, bro? All right, here. Actually, we'll do this part of the unboxing. We'll do this part of the unboxing under the close-up camera so you guys can like see it as I'm opening it. Okay, bet. Okay. Here we go. So we'll go ahead and actually, is there a way to? Nope. Sorry guys. There we go. Got the wide view. All right. So there is a bowl on here. So this looks like this actually could be maybe a wet piece. I don't know. We shall see. Oh. Okay. Oh, and there's like a sticker on the bottom. Oh, yay. A piece with a sticker. And so it said on the pack that the theme was eggs and bacon, which lines up with the shirt. And this bowl is like a fixed attached bowl. There's a carb here on the side. All right, so this is like kind of a bulky spoon pipe, sort of. Okay. I gotta say that I am not the most hopeful for. Oh, just knocked over the gingerbread man. Yeah, the gingerbread man's gone. Yeah. I'm not. I gotta say I'm not the most enthused about this sticker action on the bottom because I can feel like an edge on this sticker. In fact, if you look closely, hold up. If you look closely, there is a definite edge on it. Like this is a sticker. Now this might be one of those like high capacity, like high like stickiness or high adhesion or whatever. Like, but as I smoke through this, and like hot ash or whatever like gets down and hits that, like that, like even though like the sticker's on this side of it, eventually that's gonna heat up and start messing with this. And then what happens when I clean this? Like, man, I don't know. Like, in fact, look at this. Like, because the carb is right here, and the bowl is right here, and the mouthpiece is here. Like, and the mouth, like, in the bowl is kind of like awkwardly shaped. I think I could like do it like that, maybe plug it and clean it. Oh man, this is, bro, guys. This now confirms a theory that I have about mystery boxes. Like, and that is that, mystery boxes, by and large, this is my personal belief on it, that they are good most of the year, except for major holidays where they think they can cash in, like Christmas and 420. Two big ones, because this is what we got for Christmas, guys. Like, this is what we got. Like, the bowl's here, the carb is over on one of its arms, like the mouthpiece is over on the side of its head. It's super awkward to hit. It was very difficult to clean, and when I say difficult, like even with putting like alcohol and salt in there, it still had a residue in there. I had to let it soak after only using it 2 or 3 times. So I was kind of ticked off about it. And this here, yeah, Dustin, you said it perfectly. Like, that seems, in fact, here, we're going to go ahead and, here, why won't you let me, oh, that's right, that's like on the other thing. Yeah, this is kind of lame. I'm not going to front. This is pretty lame. That's it for the box. They gave me a box of Fruit Loops. And a really weird, like, if they had made this into a water piece, right? If they made this into a water piece, this could be an entirely different thing. In fact, they could have made this, instead of a pan, they could have made it a pot, you know? Pot. And, like, they could have had, like, so the mouthpiece could stay right here and still, like, you know, have this bubble action, and then they could have a down stem going down into it. And, like, that actually would have been kind of legit. But, like, yeah, like, Dustin, you said it perfectly. They phoned it in. Like, that is wild. Yeah, meant to be hammer style, but a horrible fail. Like, well, I mean, we're gonna smoke out of it. We are going to smoke out of it. Yeah. But like, still though, disappointed. Now, what we're going to be toking out of it, we are tapping into our mud jar, guys. Yeah, tapping into the mud jar. And for our enjoyment today, we are looking at some Mellow Kitty #1. Now, I know some of you guys may be chiming that, like, hey, what's up with the plastic baggie, man? Yeah, Mr. Mud, like, he sends me a number of cultivars to review and check out, that, like, I've had to give him a dedicated space for it. But also, like, in order to keep them somewhat segregated in that space, like, I do have to make a little bit of, like, compromises until I can personally up my small storage game. Like, my large storage game is pretty decent, but my small storage game does have some to be desired. But, you know, we're all growing. Like, always something to strive to. Now, let's see. If there are any other... oh, okay. Ace Sulfame Potassium Bad Mojo Sweetener. Oh, I missed that, Mark. My bad. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. Yeah, just a field trip thing. Yeah, no. Okay. Wake and Bake Bowl, love the eggs as eyes. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, I am so dumb, Mark. I didn't even see that, bro. I didn't even see that. The eggs as eyes. Yo, that does save it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't notice that, and I feel dumb now. But yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and crack into this Mellow Kitty #1, y'all. All right, now a little something to know about the Mellow Kitty one. Oh, it's got this acrid, kind of astringent smell to it. It's a cross between Romulan and cheetah piss. Yeah, cheetah piss. And it's kind of like what I would expect with like how this is smelling. There's also like this really hashy undertone to it. Oh wow, look at the frost that we're dealing with that we're getting here. We'll see how the nose translates. But yeah, let's check this out. Hey. Yeah. So, really nice. Got a good feel. Alright, got a good stick to it. And on that squeeze, oh, some zest. Oh, some garlicky zest started coming out. Oh my gosh. Now, yeah, we definitely need to get this baby underneath the scope. We definitely need to get this baby underneath the scope. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yes. Look at that. The trichome coverage, the intactness on this. Oh, that is very, very, very lovely. Very lovely. I am loving the color that we're seeing with this, the pistil coloring, the trichome coloring. Oh, a little bit of bug stuff, but that's okay. I appreciate natural IPM. I appreciate natural IPM. Wow, that's just really, really lovely. All right, so we're gonna now go ahead and crack and get into. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and get closer in on this. Oh, lovely. Really, really lovely. Looking like a plant that had a very, very healthy life, a very full life. Looks like there's even a little bit of purple action and some like random little shoots. So maybe it got the cold shoulder towards the end there. But yes, I have definitely seen enough. we can start breaking this baby down. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So let's go ahead and see how this aroma shifts on the grind. Because I'm sure my storage did not give it the most justice, but it did allow it, some time to continue its cure. Mr. Mudd informed me that that at this point he believes it to be cured to, and I quote, to perfection. But I gotta say that is some very, very lovely bud. Ooh, okay. We're getting some other notes coming out here, which I feel like are going to be a nice little surprise for us. Let's see how this. I'm getting some sweet notes on the breakdown. Some really, really sweet notes. start for us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, very sweet, creamy notes coming off of this now. With some definitely that gassy kind of pissy, astringent effervescence. You know, it's kind of funny, and maybe it might just be because of the fact that that I was thinking about those Fruit Loops earlier. But in a weird way, this actually has an aroma in its layers that reminds me a little bit of how the Fruit Loops like smell. So maybe they were trying to look out for the cookout, but still though, no bueno. All right, so let's go ahead and pack us up a bowl of this. Like, look at that. That is a big hole in there. Like, that's a real big hole in there. And you know what the crazy thing is that, like, because the hole is, like, right there, I'm pretty sure that as soon as this pulls through, I'm going to be just, like, eating ash. Like, and like, I'm low-key kind of mad about that, if that is the case. Like, so, all right, we're going to go ahead and pack this up, because I'm not going to go and try and find a screen to shove in here just because, like, of this poorly made bowl. I'm just going to, like, let it rip, and while I may deal with the consequences, Canabox deals with the real consequences in terms of, like, them being poorly reviewed. But, like, we shall see. We shall see. All right, so we got that. That's a pretty fat bowl. I will say this. This bowl is thick. Like, this bowl is real thick. Like, this is, like, definitely meant for, like, multiple people. I just don't know what multiple people would want to smoke this, because it's also a really wide bowl. Like, it's really, really wide, so that, like, I feel like the stuff, I'm gonna have to, like, burn this, like, in a mindful manner to make sure that it doesn't just hollow out the middle, and, like, leave the sides on there. Y'all all know, anyone who smoked bowls knows exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about that middle hollowing out. Like, shit's crazy. Shit is absolutely crazy. No. I mean, Scooby's never hurt anybody, but, like, the hole on this is big enough that I feel like it's gonna be, like, substantial. Yes. Yeah, let's go, y'all. Let's go. Oh, actually, here, I'm gonna pull the chat off just real quick so you guys can see it. Bah! All right. Yeah, cheers, y'all. Oh, wow, this Mellow Kitty. Wow. This Mellow Kitty smokes. And yeah, it immediately pulled flour through. There's flour, like, sitting all in the bottom of this. Oh, yep, it did that. It did it. Literally, it did it. It pulled right through the middle. Just like I thought it would. Man. Yep. I don't like this bowl. It looks cool. It looks really cool. And then seeing that clear on it, that clear out on it, right? That's pretty. That's pretty cool. Outside of that, like, 'cause even as I'm trying to pack the bowl down, it's like sliding around, like it's like a weed donut that's just like sliding around the thing in there, almost like an egg in a pan. This is the look at that there. Look at that huge hole. Still haven't burned the sides. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Like this bowl is awful. This bowl is. I did not think they could like send me a worse piece than that gingerbread man. I really did not think that they could send me a worse piece than that gingerbread man, but they did it. They did it. They figured out how to send me a worse piece because this is awful. And it looks like grungy and dirty after just one use. Like there's like crap in there, and like I have an Andy Dillon spoon pipe, right? Got it a month and a half or so ago. I've been working on seasoning it without butane. It is a long, tedious process, but hopefully it'll pan out. Here it is so far. Like it is coming along really well. You see like the fuming like on it, like at these angles you can see like these like random bits of blue. Well, that's like more and more coming out, and by the time I'm done, this should have like a really good coloring on it. And like it hits amazing. But even with that, when I'm like hitting it, like I'm mindful not to like let too much stuff pull through, because seeing all those specks on the inside of like the piece, I'm just not a huge fan of that. So having that on this piece here is just like, what the heck? Like what? Like what? I don't even know what they were thinking with that. But like, like I said, like Dustin said, definitely phoned it in on that one. What did you say, Rock Farm? Said I think it's meant to put a screen in, glass spike screen style. Like maybe. I have some screens like that around, and I mean, to be perfectly fair, my Andy Dillon spoon pipe has one in there, a glass spike. Like, but only because I wanted to like not guarantee, but like minimize as much as I possibly could the pull through on it. But this type of piece, I don't want this to get seasoned. I want this to be cleaned right afterwards, because I don't want any of that. I don't want any of this to like turn brown or gross up or whatever. I don't know. I will put a screen in it to try it out. Although, just if there's someone who really likes this piece, this could end up being a piece that is given away. But I will also make my thoughts on it quite known. Man, that Mellow Kitty, on the other hand, this Mellow Kitty, the flavor on it is really good. It is very smooth, like hitting so far. The high on it is rapid. It's been about 5 minutes ish, and I feel like just a woof like from it. Really nice uplifting, like cerebral. It's like definitely hybrid in its effect, because I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my chest, but I also feel it very like much in my head, and like just this kind of like lofty, kind of like floaty feeling. That's just pretty nice. And like I said, the bowl wasn't super big, and also didn't even burn most of the bowl. I pulled a lot of that, like, but once I realized like how much I was packing in the bowl, I pulled it back to a standard size. So like, yeah, this Mellow Kitty, so far quite nice. I definitely want to smoke some more of it in a piece that will like maybe go a little bit better, because I mean, Jesus Christ, look at this. There's like already like crap inside the. I know I must seem like so prissy or something talking about like this stuff, but it's like, you know, I'll hit any piece like that. It doesn't really bother me too much for like whether people rock, but like, I mean, for the piece I'm keeping in my house that I would presumably want to break out, like there's certain boxes that's gonna want to check. And then yeah, that's all right. We're gonna forget about that piece for a little while. Let this Mellow Kitty kind of roll through. Very much like true to the name that they wanted to give that, because like I can feel like there's this energy building inside like my chest and in my stomach, like that's coming from like the potency of this Mellow Kitty. But there's also just this like really nice like shoulder and head weight that's like keeping it from just launching me up too much. Very nice. Yeah. So back to the stuff from this weekend. The Virginia Spring Festival was such an amazing time. I spent a large bulk of my time that day in the VIP section, conducting the VIP experience. Oop, wait a minute. Pop. And met some really cool people. Got to chill with some really cool people. Got to chill with Dustin. Very, very awesome. I got to try out his Aries, which was like super dope. I've seen the Aries in action, but I didn't got to try it. And unfortunately, it died like while we were using it in the beginning. But we got it charged up. And I actually later found out that like from some other people that have like used the Aries that like they like it a lot when it's at full charge, but that like apparently there's like a drop off on like the smoke on the vapor, like how well it hits like after it loses like full charge. So I don't know if like putting in a new battery like is like because like Dustin had mentioned he bought it like a new battery for it, which I think is really dope. That's like a smart idea. Always have a backup. And it's like I'm curious, like if it's got like a fresh battery in that, if it maintains like good quality production, like you know dab production through, or if there's a drop off there as well. Yes, yeah, that's right. That rosin, that was Truffaloha rosin that was that I got like courtesy of Bean Scout. Really wonderful hash rosin. Lots of awesome vendors I saw out there. You know, Mary Perry was rocking her thing with the epoxy resins. You know, you guys like every time you see the like you see the awesome tray, right? Yeah, this is Mary Perry's fine craftsmanship, craftswomanship. Saw Cozy Stoners, you know, Michaela. Saw Scottsville Skunk. Saw and like Andy Dillon was there in his farm forge, I guess we'll call it, blowing glass for people. Like I actually smoked like one of my friends, Todd. He had Andy Dillon. I keep saying his whole name. Had Andy blow him like a Sherlock, you know, right, like, you know, on the spot, and he was able to get it, and I got to smoke it with Todd like just a couple days later, and it was like that was so dope, like a piece that was just made that like people also got to watch being made. That like, so for those of you guys who missed out on the Virginia Spring Festival, that's one of the things you missed out on, live glass blowing. And you could have gotten a piece made to like, if you're someone who likes a smaller or a larger hole or carb size or like bowl depth or whatever, like that would have been a good time to like you know, get some stuff like happen. And now if you are hearing this and you're going, oh man, fear not, because Andy will be back at the Noke Fest, June 13th, 14th, and 15th, doing his same demonstration, blowing glass on site. It is very cool to watch, like go there and get nice and baked and just like watch him blow glass for a while, and like you'll forget to go see the other vendors. Like, I got to watch it just for a little bit, but you know, like, you know, I had lots of my own things to rock to, like the Diamond Cannabis Cup, like which is, that's what this shirt's about. Here, I'll let y'all see the back of it. Yeah, see the back of it. Just yeah. Like shout out to Rob Dooley. He in fact he's commented a couple times in here. Yeah, he said what a day. Yes, it was quite a day. It was quite a day. Like running around like crazy, getting super stoned. There was just like, there was so much like awesome stuff going on. There was a clone giveaway by Garrett Farms in collaboration with the Rock Farm. They had clones for sale. There was a free seed giveaway through Mount Zion. There was Mood Food was there rocking it with the Mad Honey and the functional mushroom tinctures, right? Not to be confused with the psychedelic type. These are the type that like help regulate your well-being, like reishi and matake and like, you know, lion's mane, cool stuff like that. lotus lemonade, blue lotus lemonade that apparently was very popular. There was so much cool stuff. I mean, like tie-dye, like stuff going on. Honestly, like there were like a Mark Hare was there, rocking out, talking people up, like doing his thing. And Kind Brew. I mean, like it just go on and on. Just like the vendors, like the people, the vibes. There are folks from all over. Like some folks I have not seen in a long time, and some folks that I've been dying to meet. Yeah. So the next time you guys hear about the Virginia Spring Festival, especially those of you who missed out on the VIP experience, because now not to toot our own horn on this, but I did not see one single VIP at the event that wasn't grinning ear to ear by the end of it, that wasn't just stoked. We had awesome swag bags for them, all types of cool stuff. Definitely wanted to deliver on the value that they paid, and yeah. It was dope. And next year we're gonna be doing it up bigger. Putting more into it now that we saw the success with this model that we're working, and yeah, it's gonna be so dope. And of course, speaking of bigger, I'm gonna repeat again, just if y'all missed the Virginia Spring Fest, while the Noke Fest coming up is not a cannabis event, it is a music festival. There will be a smoking section, and there also will be folks like Andy Dillon doing stuff that's related to cannabis. So it is going to be an amazing time, especially if you're down for a day or a whole weekend of camping and jams. Shit's gonna be awesome. But man, I was ripping and running this whole weekend, though, guys. I realized today that from Saturday morning until basically this afternoon, when I was doing a hash sesh with Ian Hill back at the farm, that I hadn't really chilled at all. And so of course with the fest on Saturday, Sunday, I got to meet up with the illustrious, the notorious Dewey of Dewey's Cannabis. We had a really nice long conversation talking about his cultivar. Well, it's not his cultivar, but he recently grew the super booth that is just really, really phenomenal. We're gonna be checking it out next week. We're getting ready to do a kind of a block of Mr. Mud. So I'm gonna break it up just a little bit. So next week we're gonna do it, and then the following week we'll have another one for Mr. Mud to check out. We had a long conversation that led to this extensive talk, just talking about organic versus synthetic grows, and just that I am a huge advocate for organic grows, but I feel it's one of those things that gets oftentimes overlooked, that or kind of missed in the whole debate of organic versus synthetic, is that you can get absolutely amazing results doing either, so long as you take into account the knowledge of the grower, your knowledge of the genetics, and also knowledge of the environment that you're working with. Yeah, sorry, just a little pro cannabis equality plug. That there's a lot of benefits in both, even though I know sometimes those cannabis conversations can get oftentimes a little heated. And personally, I feel that the ultimate is going to be in a hybrid of the two, and that is something that we talked on pretty heavily, Dewey and I. But also, there's going to be some awesome stuff coming. I did some work on Sunday with Wilson Genetics. Now, Wilson Genetics, they're a genetic testing company, gender testing company, tissue culturing company, that's based out of Boone's Mill. They do a lot of work in collaboration with Mount Zion, and that's all run by none other than the Bean Scout, Nick Wilson. And I've been doing a lot of training and work with him the last couple of months in tissue culturing and in gender testing, to kind of expand my knowledge and to really deepen my appreciation and skill set within cannabis. And we went through a couple hundred tests, and the level of precision that goes into that testing, it really gives an appreciation out there. But for those, the reason why I bring that up though is that we are in a community that has a lot of different types of growers. We have outdoor growers and indoor growers, of course. We have synthetic, organic growers. We have people that love focusing on autos, people that love focusing on long flower land races. We got folks that like to go after the designer genetics, and oh yes, but and then we also have the people like we have some of the smaller scale like home growers that want to focus on femmes, but then you have the people that out there that like to mess around in the regular seed space. Now that a lot of people like your regular seeds and would think that is mostly consigned to breeders, but there can be really really amazing genetic stock that is found amongst regular seeds if you're willing to take the time to like kind of parse through the males and the females. And Wilson Genetics is actually one of those ways that can make that super easy, because once the plant gets like large enough that that has a few nodes enough to be cloned, that you can take a little like cutting from it, like take a leaf off of it, and then we take a portion of that leaf, we mix it with a buffering solution, and then we put it through the genetic testing, and we can like Wilson Genetics have results in like a couple of days. It's really awesome. Now, granted, of course, like there can be like wait lists here and there. So like if you got something you want tested, then it's good to get in early. In fact, I believe Mr. Mudd himself did some recently some genetic testing, like with Wilson Genetics. So like just like that food for thought, there's stuff out there that if you're feeling nervous about getting into like the regular seed space, like because you don't want to have to deal with the males, like, or you don't have to worry about that random like male popping up in the situation because you didn't identify properly. There's a way now that it could be a lot more certain. So very very cool. If you look up, he's on Google and other stuff, Wilson Genetics. Although if you're like not having trouble finding it, also message me and I can connect you guys as well. But yeah, that's one of those things. Yes, right. Like right, you had 4 tests. I think you got more than 4 tested. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, that was Sunday, right? But so now, of course, we're here Tuesday, sessioning together. In fact, let me tell you guys this: I'm gonna give this bowl another chance. You know what? Like, if I never use this bowl again, we're gonna use this bowl to death tonight. All right, guys. All right. So that also means we're gonna go ahead and just pack this thing out. We're gonna pack this thing out, y'all. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And then we'll get into Monday. And Monday was a crazy day, y'all. Well, like Sunday actually was kind of a crazy day too, because there was something that happened Sunday that I haven't told y'all yet. I'm not even sure if I want to tell y'all, but like, I mean, I found a tick on my nether regions, and that was probably one of the most traumatic things that's ever happened to me. No, I'm playing. It's not the most traumatic, but like it was very jarring. It was very, very jarring to like have such a thing happen. Like I feel like that's every guy's like worst like tick fear is to like have a tick attached to like their situation. Now, granted, it wasn't a direct. It was more of an adjacent type situation, but like still though, like even coming that close is like no. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Dustin. I think if I tightly pack this bowl, I will get the desired result. So we're just gonna throw down on this. And I have a feeling that I'm about to get like really super duper baked, because that one bowl of the Mellow Kitty definitely put in some work, and we're about to go like twice that size, y'all. Yeah, we're easily going twice that size. I'm not gonna pack it up. F it. You know what? It's all going in. It's all going in. Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Oh, it's like stuff's like falling through. Well, no, actually, that might have been the stuff that was stuck in the bowl. So there we go. Okay. Now, ooh, actually, you know what? Yeah. Check this. Yeah. This is a dope shot. We'll do it again. If not, then this will be the only time you see it. Yeah. Cheers, you guys. my god. Bruh. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. For a second, I'm not gonna lie. Confession, I forgot there was a carb on it. But she ain't needed though. I packed it so tight that it's actually doing its thing. Oh, look at that. Yo, did y'all see all those smoke rings? Yo, that was dope. That was dope. Yo. Boy, I'm dumb. All right. Oh, wait. This could low-key be kind of like a corncob pipe type situation. Like, pack a really fat bowl, and then it just kind of keeps rolling. Here we go again. I can't tell if y'all can see the smoke rings, but I'm making mad smoke rings with it. Man, the flavor on this is amazing. When it's packed in a larger bowl, there's a lot more of this leathery aroma and flavor that starts to come out. Yo. All right, there's one thing that's pretty cool on it. When you pull on it and it's clear, you can see the smoke kind of like rushing down into it, kind of almost like a cartoon. I'll see if I can capture it. All right, check it. I think I captured that, but whew, I gotta take a break with that for a second. Oh boy. So right, it's a Monday. Really awesome stuff going on with Mount Zion. If you guys like haven't been following with what Mount Zion's been up to, I know I'm not the best about posting like about my daily ongoing, so I'm gonna try to be better about that. Just like, you know, a little snap here or there about like what I'm doing that day, because we're doing a lot of really cool stuff. Like, I mean, we're Mount Zion right now is preparing to do a couple of like new projects, including a possible new open pollination project deep in the like Blacksburg region, up in the holler, in an isolated area where we won't run risk of like, you know, messing with like other people's grows and like doing like this other stuff. And we went and visited the property. I mean, absolutely serene and beautiful. Like deep in the holler, like you feel like if you're from the city, like I'm from the city, there's a point where like, unless you've been comfortable in the country for a while, like you start wondering to yourself if you should keep driving. So it like, but it could be a good thing when you're doing like hemp research, like, right? You don't want like just anybody being able like wanting to get on your shit. Like wonderful thing place. Like, although like we did unfortunately have like a tragic accident. A member of the Mount Zion team. I won't go into too much detail now because I don't know how much like they want like to share about it, but I know Mount Zion already posted some about it. So like I said, if you're following them, you already know. But like a member of our team like had like an accident. They went to the emergency room. They are home and okay now. But yeah, like that happened. As far as we can tell, or as we know, like I don't know anything about the other driver, but they're yeah. So just like thoughts and prayers go out to them, like while they're recovering right now. like in there with family. So, but like, yes, like any thoughts and prayers that you guys can offer to Mount Zion while they're going through this stuff, like definitely like keep them in mind. But with that bit of unfortunate news, there was also something very, very special and epic that happened last night. And that is like my experiencing for the first time ever micro wrestling. And I had never heard of micro wrestling before. I mean, I kind of had heard of it, but only in like a sarcastic type of reference. I never actually like thought that there was real like micro wrestling like out there, but there was last night on Williamson Road at the Hangout. The Rock Farm, he got tickets the cannabis space definitely had representation there. We had White Lightning Seeds there, Alchemist Gangier, the Rock Farm, and Garrett Farms Incorporated. Like, it was very, very awesome. I don't know what the appropriate term is, but little people, for lack of a better term, presently, to confirm like your question, yes, Dustin. That is what it means by micro wrestling. I did last night. Once I because when I found out about it, I realized it'd be a conflict, and I wanted to be able to. I did record some stuff that a couple things that I'm going to post on my Instagram. I wanted to show on my podcast this evening, but I had some other stuff come up today, and I hadn't have a chance to figure out how to directly mirror my phone onto the podcast yet without having to download the video and that other stuff, and I just didn't have that time. But I'll be posting that pretty soon. But yes, it was a micro wrestling championship. They had Little Miss there. They had a Full Metal Mario. There was a Little Urkel. There was this little Jamaican dude, I forget his name now, but he was real good. In fact, I think he won. Yeah, he's yeah, he was really good. There was this dude Zachary Presley. It was like wrestling. Like, you'd go to a local wrestling match, like a WWE type deal, but micro. And it was awesome. It was so awesome. I would definitely go again. There's I got to talk to some of the wrestlers after it was over. Granted, it was after the Rock Farm and White Lightning and Garrett Farms had left. I had forgot to get my card back from the bar at the Hangout, and while I was in there, I was talking to a few of the wrestlers and the referee, and they're super cool. They're super cool, very gracious too. It was very awesome. If you ever see an opportunity to go to some micro wrestling, tickets were $25. Go. You won't regret it. You're gonna regret it. You will laugh. You'll you make new friends. They really put on a good show. All the performers, all the wrestlers, all the MC, the people running the back, the background of all of it to make it happen. They really create an experience that pulls you in. They don't short you on anything. So it was a very awesome night. Very, very awesome night. But after all that was sorted, when spent some time with our boy, while he was he was assessing his damage at the hospital, But like, yeah, man, guys, it's like a whirlwind of a weekend. I am like, we had a festival, like R&D projects starting, seasons beginning, clones being given away, micro wrestling, and also the gift that even though like our Mount Zion team member is really banged up, they released him this morning, and like, as so far as they can tell, no broken bones, which is an absolute gift. And it's just been a crazy weekend. Yeah. Now, so my bad. I missed a few comments here. Ha, yeah, back to the ticks. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, that's the crazy thing with these ticks, right? Is that I got bit twice by ticks in 2 weeks. One while I was kayaking, and the other one this past like weekend. I mean, if you're outdoors, like, in Virginia, like, ticks are a possibility. Like, just remember that possums eat up to 3,000 ticks a night. So be kind to possums, and if anyone knows of any possums, you send me a DM, because we getting that possum and we bringing him like to like where I like to hang out, so they can go eat all the ticks, because I ain't getting no alpha gal. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. You know, ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, Dustin, you got to grab some of their free seeds. Awesome, man. Please pop them, man. Like, pop them. We these genetics have had a lot of work put into them. Like, you won't be disappointed. Oh, you don't know I don't know if that's PC bot. You know, hey, does anybody watch Letterkenny? Yeah, like I mean, I don't watch it so much anymore. I got into it hella during like COVID, or right before. I was watching it like going into COVID, and I feel like I was originally telling everyone about it, but maybe I just started meeting people that watched it too. But man, yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Like, no wait, yeah, that's right. That's what the boys like would say. I don't know if that's PC, Bobby. You said it. No, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? This, like, Shorzy might be one of my favorite characters, and the crazy part is that I started off absolutely despising him. Absolutely, I despised Shorzy, and then of course, if you watch Shorzy, like that helps endear him to you a little bit. But like, bro, like, I was such a troll, like such a vicious troll for like no good reason, like would just brutalize I mean, mostly like the two jocks, but like, I mean, there was a point where like, it just kind of flipped, and I just I realized that like Shorzy in Letterkenny is like Kenpachi in Bleach. You know, he's like Broly in Dragon Ball Z. He's like he's like One Punch Man. Like, I mean, well, maybe not One Punch Man. In Shorzy, he's One Punch Man. Not in Letterkenny. Like, he's like that overpowered character that like it's just like he's just way more powerful than anyone else for no good reason, and you can't stop him. Like, so you just kind of just sit back and just watch him work. And once I like had that click, like, cause I feel like a lot of people that watch Bleach, like I mean, hate and love. Like, some people hate, some people love. Like, I mean, like. Because like something about him just seems like such like an asshole, such an arrogant prick, but like you gotta respect him for how he does, and like Shorzy makes it just verbal art, like it is just verbal art the way he like just breaks people down, and it is a beauty to watch. I feel like there's just there's so much to be said, and I really appreciate the actor for the fact that he does that. that, and like one of my other favorite characters is I forget his name, but you know, just like wine, like just because he's so cringe, and then I find out that he's one of the like creators of the show, and I'm like. The most cringe character is like, of course, one of the most cringe characters is one of the writers and creators of the show. Like, yeah, this is all his brain, like all like, or not all, but large part his brainchild. Like Wayne, like that guy. Like, oh my god, which that I just like, man, like it's funny. It's just too funny. Now, granted, I feel like if there was an American version of it, and I'm sure people could argue that there is an American version of Letterkenny, but like, not quite like Letterkenny though. There's some that try to come close. That like are similar, and I'm not saying that they're even trying to do anything, but like, because if there was literally like a Letterkenny that was like the U.S. but just like that, I feel like it would be so divisive that, I mean, like. It would make South Park look like The Simpsons, and people got real mad about South Park. Remember, Family Guy came out after its first season. It got canceled for like a year because like people protested, like, you know, that like yeah. That's I mean, honestly, I think that's what I love about the shows, because they're all like so involved in it. Like it's so indie, but it's not indie at the same time. His church, Glenn. Yes, Glenn. Oh my God, Glenn. Yo. Right? Yeah, for sure. But like, it's Canada, so whatever. Exactly. Like, and that's why I appreciate Canada, because like, hell, I feel like even when they make fun of the U.S., like I just laugh at it. Like, and I feel like we need that. We need that. I feel like we need that from like more cultures. And like we need more stuff from Australia than just like Bluey. I feel like there's a couple of dramas that come from Australia, but I'm willing to bet. I don't know. Then again, like Australians can have some weird sensitive humor. Like I hung out with this Australian guy one time, and he had a few jokes that like. I mean, I pride myself on being a fairly intelligent guy. Like, I don't think I'm like super smart, but like, I mean, I usually get jokes, and I didn't get them enough that I couldn't even like recount them. But whatever. I digress on that note. Now I'll like muddle on that more. This Mellow Kitty one, I gotta say, is a nice thick high on the way this is laying. I honestly expected this to be more of a heavy weight, but it's actually continuing to float in this like slightly relaxy leaning hybrid, which is very surprising. I mean, not very surprising, but like it's refreshing. The idea that I could start toking on this kind of cultivar at the beginning of the evening, you know, and actually keep toking it all the way through the evening without it kind of like, because there are some cultivars where like, you know, you keep toking like that and your evening is going to end sooner than you want it to. And this is really nice. Like, I really like the way this is gliding. So yeah, let's go ahead and rip this some more, and then we'll go ahead and call it a night. Is there any more? Yeah, no, there's more. Actually, no, there's still a good amount here. Oh wow, that is so flavorful. It's funny. The flavor now in its full smoke is actually reminding me a little bit more of like the bag aroma. It's like hashier, a little more acrid. There's still some subtle sweet notes there, but there's layers of earth, like some nice bitters in here. Wow. Yeah, this smoke's really nice. Of course, I will post updates later, or at least I'll try. I say of course, but I haven't for a couple of these. I mean, I talk about the updates, like, you know, I talk about the updates. fits. Depending on how easy this is to clean, and I may, like a couple of you have mentioned, I might screen this up. Although, personally, I don't like having to screen things, so that's not really a plus in my book. That's like another negative, like if I feel like I have to screen this. So I might try it for a little bit without a screen just to see if I can like work around that part. And I might even, if it can fit in my case, the next time I go out for a social sesh, I'll take it with me and pack it real fat, like, and see if we can't have it like go around for a while. Yeah, we'll see. As long as it fits. Woo, man, you're smoking. That's one thing though. Being a dry piece, like if this was a bubbler, I could have already finished this. But the smoke is too hot. This is like something that you're like going to be toking on for a while, right? Like maybe not trying to like. And so for that, like, yes, it's like all right, or maybe it's meant to be more of a social piece. Like this is one of those like, oh, look, a talking piece. It's definitely, I don't see this as like a tipping risk or it being easily knocked over. In fact, actually that sticker on it actually like seems to act as like a little mild grip on it when I put it on the table. So I mean that's kind of, that's kind of cool. But so of course, I will, just like any of my other pieces, like I will that I get through this box, like I tried for a couple weeks. I've been toking out the bomb until last week when there was a lot to do to get ready for the spring festival. Like the babong piece was the babong bob piece was too much of a pain in the ass to clean. Like it's nice. I will break it out. Like if the occasion calls for it, because it's not that hard to clean, but it's hard, and it's like not as hard as the gingerbread piece, but enough of a pain that like I ain't trying to clean that thing all the time. Like so that's just gonna like sit around and like look kind of cool. Like, but the Eiffel Tower piece, like that was it. Like and that is also it for the can box. Like. We're gonna be putting a hard stop on them now. How I feel about this box, all in all, now that like we've gone through everything, like the ashtray is alright. It's alright. I am at the ashtray. The shirt's pretty cool. I do have a little bit of dry mouth, so we'll go ahead and open up these lozenges as like the last thing here. Grab this like blue one. And, oop. For being an artificial sweetener, it doesn't taste bad. Usually I can taste it right away. I am salivating. Wow, I am salivating a lot. So hey, pretty dope. I can't tell if this is like blueberry or grape or something. But that is it for this episode of Enki's Cannical. Appreciate you guys for sticking it out with me. I love y'all. If there's anything you guys want me to cover moving forward, like I might maybe post a poll of a few different mystery boxes, a few different companies maybe, and we can see which one you guys like the most. It won't be soon. I'm gonna take some time to pull together a few ones to like look at it, and then maybe towards the end of the towards the end of the summer or something when got a little more cash flowing. We'll check out another one of these. Yep, holla at you, Rob. You guys make sure that you are making time for yourself, y'all, and showing yourselves love. Count your blessings out there, because you never know when some crap can go down. There's some cool stuff this weekend. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Peace, y'all. Ooh, man, that thing got me high as shit. Sheesh. Man, that Mellow